To the Minister for the Environment. What decision has the government announced today with effect to the establishment of a new standalone Environmental Protection Authority?
The Honourable Dr. Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, I was pleased to announce this morning at the Environmental Defence Society conference at Auckland Cabinet's decision on Monday for a standalone Environmental Protection Authority. I welcomed the fact that the Environment Defence Society issued a release warmly welcoming the decision. This will bring under one roof a wide range of environment regulatory functions and provide strong national direction to the environment roles of district and regional councils.
Auchinvole.
To the Minister. How does the EPA fit into the government's broader plans for environmental management?
Honourable Dr. Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, the government's overall environment framework is to have the Environment Ministry as a well-focused policy ministry, to have the EPA responsible for efficient regulation, and the Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment as the independent auditor. This was a policy that National promised in the 2008 election. It's about ensuring this government meets its goal of growing the economy while effectively protecting New Zealand's environment.
Brendan Burns.
When the Minister told the New Zealand Planning Institute on May 8 last year that he wanted, quote, the expanded EPA fully operational by the 1st of July 2010, did he envisage an increase in the number of staff working on national environmental standards, an increase not guaranteed in the Cabinet paper he has released today?
The Honourable Dr. Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, the first phase of the RMA on the 1st of October last year was for the national consenting function of the EPA to start up, and there is provision in the budget for about $13 million for that function. The announcements I've made today involve transfer of about 50 staff, both from my colleague Jerry Brownlee's Ministry of Economic Development and the Ministry for the Environment, to beef up the overall capacity of that EPA. I make no apologies to the member for the fact that this is not a government that wants big bureaucracy. It wants efficient government agencies, and that is what we will achieve with the EPA.
Auchinvole.
To the Minister. How will this new authority assist New Zealand to better manage environmental issues in its exclusive economic zone?
The Honourable Dr. Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, the authority will provide 4 additional functions to ensure the huge area of ocean covered by the ENZ has world best practice environmental protection. I think we've all been reminded of the importance of that with the environmental tragedy that's occurred in the Gulf of Mexico. The government is determined to ensure that New Zealand's marine environment is properly protected as we expand the petroleum exploration and development in the EEZ.
Rahui Katane.
Mr. Speaker, supplementary. How would a new standalone Environmental Protection Agency, or indeed any government agency, protect the interests of the hapu from within Te Whānau Apanui and Ngāti Porou in the event of drilling and exploration in the Rau-Kumara Basin, such that any environmental catastrophes would be prevented?
Honourable Dr. Nick Smith.
Mr. Speaker, can I acknowledge the input of the Maori Party in today's announcement, and particularly the strong advocacy by the Honourable Peter Sharples on behalf of Maori for the robust EPA model that the government opted for on Monday. This model does provide for appropriate Maori input into the EPA's role, as well as that myself and the Minister of Economic Development has commissioned an independent report to ensure that our EEZ regulatory proposals represent best practice so that we can assure those important people that their environment will be protected.
Question number 11, Grant Robertson.